first alert weather day. Keith Russell, Brooke Hatch here in studio, and Jason McLaughlin, the storm chaser, he is out on the road. This is his live picture from Bridgeport. Jason, where did you start your travels today? Where have you gone? We know where you are now, and what's going on where you are now?
Hey, this morning I started out in western Wise County in Runaway Bay, and I moved east towards Decatur and down 287 into the North Tarrant County area, and then back out this direction. Now, throughout the morning, this morning it was really sleet that was falling, and then up in this area yesterday it began as freezing rain, and then we got that sleet, and now we're finally transitioning over. And as you can tell now, we have all snow. So the roads are slick as we've had some cars out, and even some of the plows that have worked the roads, they've, compressed the ice that was there from that sleet, turned it into water, and that, it's froze back now at this point. So roads will continue to deteriorate this morning, and we'll just see what happens as we go throughout.
It looks pretty bad where you are right now, Jason. What have you encountered with respect to the road conditions, and have you seen a lot of people out?
I have not seen that many people out. The TxDOT has done a great job working the main traveled roadways, 287. They were out plowing this morning. It looked like they were plowing and then coming through with a brine right behind the plows to kind of help alleviate that freeze back of the water on the roadways. But really, I mean, the freezing rain's our number one concern when we had that, and that's what we started with yesterday. And then we got the sleet on top. Sleet's not real difficult to drive on. It's hard. It's kind of like pebbles, like a gravel almost. And you can get some pretty good traction on that. But as we started to get this snow now on top of that sleet as well, snow's a little bit wetter, has a little bit more water in it. And that, in turn, my current temperature is 19 degrees here. So that's obviously making for a mess on the roadways. And you can see a few spots here where they put some dirt out. And, again, they'll just continue working the roads out here this morning. But I highly recommend stay off the roadways, especially as they're continuing to deteriorate from where they have been worked this morning.
Hey, Jason, we have a team effort going on back here in studio. Scott Padgett and Jeff Ray, they pointed out to our attention those leaning power lines. What do you attribute that to?
That would have been from the freezing rain that we had yesterday. So we had roughly anywhere close to 1/4 of an inch of freezing rain. So that's just where the rain fell into that sub-freezing air mass. And the power lines, the tree branches, taller vegetation's all laid down out in this direction. That's just from the weight of that water that sits on there. We don't get the sleet and the snow. The snow will stick a little bit on the lines, but, the water when it froze on there from that initial precipitation is what really causes the issues with power lines and trees.
Yeah, and we are seeing those outages start right now. I'm looking at Encore's website right now, about 22,000 customers affected by power outages at the moment. Jason, just be careful while you're out there. Thank you so much for filling us in, and stay safe on the roads.